Good afternoon. My name is Tyrell Ramirez, and today I will be doing my presentation for Straighterline Introduction to Communications. The organization that I chose for this here presentation is The Last Mile. The reason I chose this is growing up in Philadelphia, I remember watching a news story about the now closed Holmesburg prison, in which inmates were subjected to inhumane experiments, stripped of their humanity, and tested on. These tests included radioactive, chemical, and genetic tests. After digging a little bit deeper into it, the doctor who performed these tests faced no criminal action. He was able to retire and live out the rest of his days peacefully, unlike the inmates from these experiments who to this day still bear those scars. The stripping of one's humanity because they committed a crime is not a new phenomenon in the United States, and it has been going on for almost as long as we have been a country. Incarcerated individuals are not the only one who suffer from the criminal justice system. It can throw families into disarray and in many cases can span generations. But that's not all. Once an inmate is released, he bears that scarlet letter of being incarcerated. His opportunities, job prospects go down, and he is more likely to reoffend with crimes of survival. The reason I chose The Last Mile is after doing much research, I saw they were offering coding programs and job reentry programs for individuals who are incarcerated, people that our society has thrown away. The Last Mile was founded in 2010 in San Quentin Prison in California. To this day, they are now in over 6 states, and the individuals who have graduated their programs, 0% of them have reoffended to this day. Now that goes to show that if we shift our focus from stripping someone's humanity away to giving them a chance, giving them a trade, giving them a skill, we can better as a society as a whole. The best way to, now you may be asking, how can I get involved in this organization? Or what is the best way to get involved in this organization? If you're qualified, you can volunteer or work there as an instructor. They accept donations. You can visit their website at thelastmile.org. And if you are for prison reform, you can have a conversation with someone who has an opposing view. That way you can open their mind up to the horrors that go on in our prison system and how we can make it better. In conclusion, the stripping of someone's humanity should never be an option, and that includes experimentation on inmates or subjecting them to a life in which they are stuck in an endless cycle of incarceration, released on the street, and incarceration. It does not only affect the individual being funneled through the system, but also those who are related to or those whose parents are incarcerated. My name is Tyrell Ramirez, and this has been my presentation for Introduction to Communications with Straighterline.